Misalignment rarely announces itself. It doesn't wear a badge, doesn't send an email. Instead, it slips in quietly when we miss a connection, ignore a risk, or fast-track a decision just because the pressure is on. Let's say you want to implement a CRM system in your department to improve sales. It makes sense, seems a good decision, but what if it will become obsolete 6 months later when another platform that incorporates a CRM module is rolled out across the company? I've seen this happening many times. A local department launching an initiative without knowing the global roadmap. In essence, this is how misalignment emerges. It starts with a very good intention, but also with unclear priorities. It starts with silence across department, and is a slow motion ripple effect with very long-term consequences. There are 3 forces that trigger misalignment again and again. One is short-term wins over long-term strategy. Under pressure, we chase speed, but speed without direction, that's drift. Number 2 is local versus central priorities. I've seen this in global corporates and small organizations alike. And 3, an immediate reaction to an event over a long-term strategy. New markets, competitor moves, technology innovation, AI. If you're constantly reacting, you're not in real charge of your company. These are the quiet pieces of domino playing in the background. Once one of them tips, the other ones follow fast. This is one of my favorite stories. In 1985, business was tough for Intel. Layoffs, poor performance, no direction, and their share price was rock bottom. In a conversation, the company's chairman Andy Grove and the CEO Gordon Moore discussed the situation while staring out of the window at a Ferris wheel in the Great America amusement park. Andy Grove asked one question. If we got kicked out and a new CEO came in, what would he do? Gordon Moore didn't hesitate. He would get us out of memory. Grove replied, then why don't we walk out of the door, come back and do it ourselves? And that question changed Intel's direction and helped turn the company around. Why? Because it stripped away legacy thinking, assumptions, and ego. It forced alignment between leadership, market reality, and strategy. So how can you improve your company results? Ask better questions. If you're a senior leader, this is the hardest part. Misalignment happens on your watch, even if you don't see it. That's because leaders operate at altitude. You're scanning the horizon, but often misalignment starts in the details. 2 initiatives launched with the same goal but pulling in different directions. And you only feel it later when the investment doesn't match results, when adoption lags, when employees resist change, not because they're stubborn, but because they're not sure what's going on. Misalignment doesn't feel like a crisis until it already is. And that's why spotting patterns early is the mark of strategic leadership. I saw the impact of misalignment firsthand. A major company, 2 departments, each one developing a new billing system independently. Both had local funding and local approval, and neither knew what the other one was doing. When the news reached the board, there was a shock. But it wasn't even a one-off. When we started investigating, we found multiple instances of duplication, projects with conflicting purposes, projects demanding the same scarce resources, and also out of sync with strategy. The solution we built was a funnel-shaped governance framework. Every idea had to go through a single process, tested, reviewed, and aligned. At first, people resisted, but over time, something changed. Anybody from senior leaders to analysts, they started seeing the benefits. The preparation work meant that projects with purpose and benefits got approved quickly. Why? Because decisions were fast, based on data and rooted in strategy. And that's the power of alignment: clarity, speed, trust. There are major consequences. The longer misalignment goes unchecked, the bigger the cleanup is required. Fixing a misaligned change midway is like rebuilding a plane in flight. And worse, once trust is lost, it's very hard to win back. Prevention costs less than recovery. The lesson? Don't wait for the dominoes to fall. Spot them early, challenge assumptions, and act fast. If you lead change, your job is not just to drive speed. It is to ensure alignment. Each project needs to take your company towards your strategic goals. And remember the question that Andy Grove asked. If we got kicked out and the new CEO came in, what would he do? So next time you face a decision, pause. Ask the right question. Because alignment is not a one-time check. It's how you lead change that lasts.